company got started in 1966, and it was started by our grandfather, Mike Quinlan. Mike, being the salesman that he was the guy that really
chased all the parking lot pavers down. And
exactly. Yeah.
Tried to drum up business the old-fashioned way, in which he always did.
Yes.
He said he started out as a salesman, so naturally he was just selling his labor and his product at that point.
Right.
Had our dad help him do the work.
Yeah.
And they worked like that for years. Well, Paul Sr. went through college.
Right.
They got a tremendous upgrade at one time. They upgraded to a red Ecoline conversion van.
Yeah, which they took that van and
made a paint truck.
Dad having family that was in
HVAC and plumbing.
And plumbing.
They made their first paint truck.
They made their first paint truck out of that van.
Paint van.
Yeah.
Paint van.
Yeah.
You know, it was a paint van. They could stripe one color at a time.
Right. They had one tank in there, so if you had to really plan the jobs very carefully, because obviously yellow's a primary color, white is not. So when you mix white and yellow, it doesn't turn out well. So what you'd have to do is you'd stripe the white first if you could, and then instead of having to flush out the tank, once the white was empty, you could put the yellow in, and then you could do the yellow lines. And then when you were done with yellow, hopefully your next job you could do yellow first, and then you would have to flush the tank out with water, and then introduce white paint back in.
At that time, it was oil-based paint.
Yeah.
It was toluene, so you know, that was
it was not water flush. That's true. So it was
quite a volatile chemical to be playing around with inside of a van. But you know, there was limited manufacturers then too, building equipment. There wasn't many people that built it, so that's why they did what they did at the time, so they could get a truck on the road.
The other thing was they couldn't afford to go pay a manufacturer to build a truck at that time. They were really small and didn't have a lot of capital, so they did it themselves. They figured out how to do it and made it work.